Hello there, my dudes and dudettes. This is going to be a quicker one, I hope. I don't have much time. The house continues to be full, yeah, as it was last week and the week before. I realize it's not Saturday, so I think you get the measure of how chaotic things are right now. I haven't had one moment to myself for the entire week. All hands on deck and all that, and more importantly, lack of organization and coordination. And I think just like at state level and international government level, international corporation level, we need to have a well-oiled machine and good organization. So too at home. I've been trying to set things up and make sure that things run more or less smoothly in the house so that we can avoid expending energy which we need to conserve for ourselves. And I've been trying to make it as pleasant and happy an experience as can be under these circumstances, but without the full cooperation of everybody in your household, you're going to have a tough time. And if any of you are struggling with getting everybody on board and sort of working out systems and protocols, and if you have children, the correct, appropriate amount of discipline and comfort, you should really look into it, because it seems, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a long process, despite what governments may be saying at this point. And the sooner you work out a system, the better for everybody, especially your nerves. And as you know, I believe your mental and emotional state impacts your body greatly, and we all want to maintain optimal immune functions. So get things working and get everybody on board, and you'll have a much easier time. And I'm hoping that this week, in my household, this is going to happen so that we can turn those frowns upside down or something. I just wanted to say I'm wearing this particular shirt for a particular person, and I think she knows who she is. I'm not going to name her name. I want you to know that I'm still thinking of both of you, and that I'm here supporting you and doing everything I can on my side to support you in this difficult situation. And this is our Three Musketeers shirt. I'd like you and the other one to wear yours as well, just to remember you're not alone in this, and that we will get through this. And I love you very much, and I'll call you today. So yes, I've got a friend who's having a really rough time at the moment. It's not directly coronavirus related, but she's having a terrible time, and I'm not being able to be there and hug her and sort of give her emotional support is very difficult for me, and I'm sure for her as well. Again, those of you who know me well know that I've been practicing the alternative healing art of Reiki for a very long time, since age 12. And I can say that I'm really, really finding that useful right now, because I'm able to help energetically from a distance. And if any of you have had Reiki classes, lessons, degrees, I would encourage you to use those things right now. If for nothing else, to help yourselves, because as soon as you place your hands on your body, you're going to feel a lot of relief and relaxation. I know I'm sleeping a lot better. I was having nightmares. Not super regularly, but every once in a while, up until a few nights ago when I started using Reiki on myself and sending distance healings to this person I just mentioned, and to a number of other people. It's helped me a lot. So if you have any of those types of tools at your disposal, I'd really encourage you to use them. The benefits are manifold. What else? Sorry, I have to go turn off the washing machine. Isn't that fun? Goodbye. For now. And she's back. And I'm sorry if I'm speaking quietly or mumbling. I'm really, really exhausted, as you might be able to tell from my horrible under-eye bags. Not much energy to spare. Okay, so yes, update on France. You probably, well, if you're interested in what's going on in France in general, you might know we've been on lockdown since, I think, Tuesday. It's almost a week. Not much of a change for me personally, because I haven't been out for at least 2 weeks. I Like I've gone and sat on the balcony to get some vitamin D a couple of times, and that's the extent of my outings. Not a huge change for me, but a huge change for everybody in France. And as far as I can tell, the measures are being applied fairly stringently. I know that the police are out fining people not respecting the confinement. Fine of 135 euros, I believe, if you go out without a completed statement / form where you say, okay, I'm going out to get my shopping, or I'm going out to help an elderly relative who doesn't have anyone else to help them, or what have you. People are getting fined if caught out, which I think is good and it's appropriate. And yeah, if you're gonna slap a fine on somebody, hopefully that whatever money they get from all those fines, they'll put into sourcing and getting resources for hospital staff. So that's what's happening. It's not super fun. I personally, apart from the sort of practical element of getting food and things, I'm not particularly miserable about being confined. I think if we are able to remain level-headed and actually see the positives in this situation, the fact that we have a lot more time, for those of us who are with people, a lot more time to spend with those we love, and actually reconnecting, it's not all bad. In fact, it could be very good if, again, as I mentioned, we're unified and have strategies in place. So I'd love to know how things are going for you, wherever you may be, and how you're feeling about this whole thing. I am thinking about, well, theoretically, if I were alone, I would be doing a lot of online courses, especially free ones. Well, not a lot, some online courses that for things that I've been wanting to do for a long time and I haven't had time to do, and which is what people are recommending, like catch up on whatever it is you wanted to do and never had time to do. So I was thinking of taking Chinese lessons online. Yes, I know, but yeah, it is a useful language. I was thinking of doing piano lessons as well, because I've always wanted to learn an instrument, never had the discipline to do so, and I might try it this time around. Other things I'd maybe recommend, I don't know, think about the services you can provide online, if any. If you're some kind of consultant or what have you, maybe give free, I'd say even free lessons, because this can help people, beat your boredom, and be great for networking. So I was thinking of setting up free English lessons, specifically for my former students online, because that's something I love to do, and I've volunteered before with this particular skill set, and it could be a good use of my time and of theirs, of course, as well. On a more silly note, I was thinking about, well, I'm not a huge Eurovision fan because it's trash, really, but it's fun, and I did have a couple of sort of group viewing sessions in the past when I was younger, and when I had a group of friends who were interested, and of course it's been cancelled this year. And I was thinking of setting up like an online challenge where everybody interested makes a song of their own, in their own language, by the way, because if I do one, I'm not going to do it in English, because we need more diversity and we need to preserve our languages. So I would do one in Croatian and like launch that challenge, and anybody who's interested can make their own song, and we can have our own global vision and just do something fun and entertaining. So if you're on board, if you're interested, let me know. I'll do it in any case, but I'd love to know what your thoughts are and how you think it should be organized if you want to participate. Eurovision, global vision, universal vision, whatever. I don't know what we're going to call it. Brainstorming session ahead. So I don't want to make this too long. It's already almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to cut it short. Let's see. So I've talked about organization, which is very important. I've talked about free classes. I'm not sure if there's anything else. Oh, yes. Now, again, I don't know how this is going to work because, well, anyway, I was trying to catch up on some culture, and there are things available online. I know a lot of museums and opera houses and things are putting things online for you to watch across the world. I don't know how it's going to work in terms of saturation, because I think Netflix had some issues because it was oversaturated with demand. So it remains to be seen how this is going to work. But you can give it a go. You can try your local or international institutions, opera houses, museums, and do virtual tours and viewings of various operas, ballets, and things. And I certainly want to do that. Specifically, I want to see the Nutcracker because when I was very little, I didn't manage to see the whole thing because war, air raids, had to go into a bomb shelter. So I'd like to finish seeing that. That's my thing. So I encourage you to do that. Do some culturalizing, cultivate yourselves, anything else? Yes, the other thing, I don't know, you might have seen the video circulating from Spain, Italy, and so on, with residents clapping, coming out to balconies, of windows clapping for the medical staff. I haven't seen that happen here in France, or maybe just here in my neighborhood. Maybe it's happening elsewhere, but I'm going to go out onto the balcony tonight at 8 p.m. and clap, even if nobody else is doing it, because I want to start that movement as well. That's great energy, and that's great appreciation for the medical staff who are doing an extraordinary job, going well above and beyond. So if in your area nobody's clapping yet, I encourage you to start the wave and start that ball rolling. That's my plan for the evening. And that's all I can think of for now. If you haven't seen the other two videos, I'd say go and see them as well, because there might be something useful in them. And also in the links that I provide below. I will provide a couple of links below this video too. One of them will be to my parents' Reiki website. I did mention Reiki. Again, my mom's putting up sort of like blog posts here and there, and some of that might be useful. If you haven't heard of Reiki before, it might be a good place to, sorry, things floating around, to get informed. And if not, just to read something positive and interesting. But there are plenty of posts all over the internet highlighting ways to join in the effort to help contain this, whether it be physically or energetically, and there's plenty of things we can do. We have lots of time, of course. If you have a family, you're busy, but still in some ways more time than you would when you're working full-time away from home. So, sorry I couldn't be very upbeat. I'm very, very tired, but I will do the outro, and I hope to hear from you all soon. Ding, 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 ding. Horrible, isn't it? I'm so talented, but I'm gonna start the piano thing. And instruction manual. If you don't know how to clap, let me show you. Well done, medical staff. Yay! Simple, right? Okay. I'm not going to send you kisses because unhygienic. Love you all, and talk to you next week. Bye.